Welcome back, everybody. This is Northeast Kayak Fishing TV, and I'm Justin Lacasse. This is the fourth video of the My 6 best rods to take out with me on the kayak. So this is rod number 4. This is a 7.3 heavy fast FX Custom Rods Extreme Angler Series. There's a 40-ton Japanese Toray fabric. These are not rebranded blanks. FX owns the copyright to the blank, so these are not a blank that you will see other companies putting their names on and reselling, which a lot of companies actually do. Although there's different names on them, a lot of the blanks that you're using are the same rod. They just use different components on the rod to make it their own, which there's nothing wrong with that. But FX does not do that. They own the copyright to the way this fabric is weaved, and they don't add anything extra to it. There's no paint, there's no extra rubber, nothing like that to prevent from any vibration or sensitivity. Everything is attached directly to the blank, so you get the most sensitivity you can get. These wind grips are exclusive for FX. They have the FX logo right on them. This one is kind of worn down. This rod is probably 3 years old, and I use my rods at least 200 days out of the year. And with it being one of my 6 best rods, this rod is always with me. These rods that are in this series are always with me. The 7.3 Heavy Fast, I use that for either flipping a Texas rig or flipping a jig. Usually ½ ounce, 3/4 ounce, even 1 ounce. I'll use this rod for flipping around grass and laydowns, docks, long docks. If they're real short docks and you really got to get tight to the cover, I'll go to a shorter rod. But that would be for another video. FX Custom Rods are warranted for life. So if you break one, no questions asked, it's warranted. There is a small fee to pay for components and shipping, but I mean that's a small price to pay when you're paying. I believe this rod is like $190, and if you buy now before Christmas of 2021, you can save 20%. And if you go on www.fxcustomrods.com, pick out the rod that you want. If you like to flip a jig or a Texas rig, 7.3 heavy fast, and at checkout, if you could type Justin Lacasse in the Pro Staff box, that would help me out. For a reel on this rod, I go with a Lew's Super Duty 8.3 to 1. Anytime I'm flipping, I like to be able to pick up my slack really fast. So as soon as I feel that bite, I like to pick up that slack, and I like to pick up that slack fast to see if a fish might be caught it on the fall and is running away with my line. I'll stick with the high-speed gear ratio on anything that I'm flipping. This is good up to 1.25 ounces. That's what it's rated for. You could probably push it a little bit, but I wouldn't recommend it. Always go with the rating on the rod. FX does underestimate, I will say that, because they expect that you're going to push it. But I wouldn't push it too much, because you could end up causing damage, and then you're without your rod for that time period to get a new one. So the 7.3, that's my go-to for flipping Texas rigs. Like right now, it's a black and blue Senko style bait with a ½ ounce Beast Coast tungsten and a Beast Coast weight peg. Anybody who hasn't checked out these Beast Coast tungsten, give it a shot, because for the price that you pay for this Beast Coast tungsten, it's well worth it. I get discounts from certain tungsten suppliers, and I don't get a discount from Beast Coast. and it's still cheaper for me to buy it through Beast Coast than it is through the places that I actually get a discount. So if you fish a lot of tungsten weights, I would check out Beast Coast, and if they have them, order them, because a lot of times they go out of stock. So if you know you're going to use 20 half-ounce weights in a season, just if they have 20, buy 20 right then and there, because during the season I've found that it's hard to stock back up. So at the beginning of the season, if they have it in stock, buy it. But let's not turn this into a tungsten video. It's about the rod. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section. I know these rod videos probably aren't super exciting, but at least you'll get to know, if you can only bring 6 rods, you'll know 6 good rods that you could bring out with you. So we'll catch you in the 5th video, and we'll talk about that rod then.